Hello and thank you for joining me yet again. Today, I'm Ryan, and I'm an American. And today, I'm learning why Brits and Americans spell things differently. From maybe my favorite UK channel, Anglophenia. Go check them out. Link in the description. Shorty today, admittedly, but I'm excited. Let's go!
Spelling. Everybody's favourite subject. Now, as I'm sure you all know, we Brits spell a lot of words very differently from you, yeah.
Color.
Thanks. Words such as plough, realise, fibre, and so on.
Hold up. I didn't know you guys spelled any of these differently. Half the time I spell realize like this, just because I'm, not the best speller, admittedly. At least I admit it. But I had no idea you guys spell plow differently. But it's pronounced the exact same way. Plow.
But why is that? Well, let's go and find out. Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson, and this is Anglophenia. Now, up until about 250 years ago, nobody really cared about the proper spelling of things.
Really?
They only cared about the spoken word.
That would be that must have been a simpler time. That sounds like a more fun time to be alive. What's it matter? As long as somebody can read it and know what word you meant to say. What's the point?
Even names were spelled more fluidly. Documents show that during his lifetime, Shakespeare himself spelt his own name in 6 different ways.
What is this? With an X? Shaky spear. Shaxy spear. Shaxaspear. Huh. That is fascinating. Shakespeare.
Then, sometime around the late 18th century, British lexicographers such as Samuel Johnson and John Walker came along and said, "This is how a proper Englishman should spell." Johnson and John Walker, the late 18th century, British lexicographers...
Lexicograph... What? In mathematics? The lexicographic... let me try that. What is this? A person who compiles dictionaries. They made up a job for themselves. Thanks a lot, dude.
Such as Samuel Johnson and John Walker came along and said, "This is how a proper Englishman should spell." At the same time, across the pond, Americans were shaking off British rule. An American named Noah Webster, yes.
We had different lexicograpers. Makes sense.
That Webster
I understand
spoke up and said,
Webster
"In addition
himself.
to having its own nation, America should have its own language." Webster wanted American English words to be spelled closer to the way that they sounded. The differences that we see today in British versus American English were first solidified in his dictionary. Words...
You gotta hand it to them. Unless you guys are out here saying theatre, then this guy Webster was not too stupid. It's kind of inconvenient, but...
ending in RE in Britain, such as centre and sabre, were changed so that they ended in ER.
And that's so cool to be the dude who gets to decide all that. I don't know how you decide you're that guy, but it'd be pretty cool to be that guy that just gets to decide how everybody's going to spell everything for the rest of all time.
The words catalogue and analogue lost the silent UE that they had on the end.
That's convenient.
Most OUR endings lost the U. Words such as
It's interesting now that I think about it. Most of the words are just shorter in American that are spelled differently.
Behaviour, humour, and savour. This helped differentiate them from other OUR ending words that sounded less like and more like our. Words such as flower, hour, and sour. And the ISE endings in words such as authorise, recognise, and symbolise were changed to an IZE. For many of these ISE words, it wasn't so much a change as a return to its original form. The first usage of the word realise with an S was in 1755, whereas realise with a Z was seen back in 1611.
So you guys are the ones that changed it. We're just changing it back. Well, for a couple words.
Webster also wanted the word tongue to be spelled T-U-N-G, but like an unlicked stamp, that one didn't quite stick.
I'm kind of glad. I don't like that. Tongue. It's off-putting to me. I like tongue. I always say tongue. and sword. Sword. I like to pronounce the silent letters.
Those are some general categories of spelling differences between Britain and America, but there are plenty of words that are spelt differently that don't fit into any of these groups. There's aluminium versus
Aluminium. I don't know how you guys can say that. Can you say that 5 times fast? Aluminium, 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 aluminium. Because I can.
Program versus program, and even curb versus curb. Each one of these...
Whoa, I didn't know you guys spelled curb like that. I would think that was a spice. K-E-R-B, curb. I would think that was a herb. Herb.
It has its own story and very well may be the topic of a whole new episode of Anglophenia. So, if you're an American writing to a friend in the UK about how on your flight home the airplane had to maneuver down the runway because there was a problem with the...
You guys spell airplane like that? Man, I didn't realize this. You know what's funny? I've seen it spelled like this, but I never realized like who's spelling it like that. It's the British. Maneuver.
Tire. Just make sure that you've spelled everything correctly. Yeah, that's right. I said spelt.
Spelt.
With a T. Mm-hmm.
Really? Some people say that here in America. Like, yeah, some people pronounce that, like in the South and stuff, spelt.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more episodes and let us know in the comments if you're interested in the origins and history of language and what words...
I'll let you know right now I'm interested, okay? That was quite fascinating, to be honest. Realizing that most American changes to English are really just shaking off the French influences. Shake it off, shake it off. That's too long. Thanks for making this. Now, every time somebody questions my spelling, I can just send them this video. How often are people questioning your spelling, dude? What the heck? You're not even a real person. It's an animated person. How many people are questioning your spelling? America, color. Britain, what are you doing? America, getting rid of you. I'm British, but I seriously love this joke. Getting rid of you. Man, a British dad in the house right here. We only know one way to spell our thoughts on this video. Great, keep it up. Oh, okay. What? We got the BBC commenting on your video? What in the collusion? No. This is officially my favorite YouTube channel ever. You know what? I like it too. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I hope to see you here again tomorrow for more UK reactions. Either way, thanks for watching. Goodbye.